Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is episode 21 of Steele Forces You to Watch Him Play Hades, and we are going to dive right in. Mere moments ago, we battled our way out of Elysium for the second time, putting that pesky demigod Theseus in his place and, you know, paying a visit to our buddy Asterius. We were absolutely saved by two things. One, running into Patroclus and being able to restore our Death's Defiance. That was absolutely instrumental. And two, picking up the Artemis boon, which I thought would be useful, but did not think would be so pivotal, because it was absolutely the key to killing Theseus. We had no chance without it. Cerberus,
hey boy,
how goes it? I know you're at work. You're not really, in a place to be getting pettings right now, but know that I love you. 1,200. I sure hope that's not the only way to get more Titan's blood, because I would like more Titan's blood. Can I go fishing? Hey, it's Charon's boat. This is where he chills, I guess. I want to buy that helmet the size of my torso, please. Do we care for any of this? That is the question. I think we will press on without any of it and see what kind of cash we get. Now, I did receive very helpful advice that those urns or whatever that have a poison cure can be used during the fights. That was my downfall last time. I will remember that this time. I think we'll want to start by picking up some more max health. I don't know if we can hit up all these rooms. I know we can hit up more than one. We'll see how far we can go. Also, definitely glad I picked up the damage on dash, because that made that room a lot easier than it would otherwise have been with this bow. Hello. I do not like you. Oh, I hate you. I also kind of love you. And I'm getting real annoyed by these tiny rats, because as much as we all know I love rats, I have a bow right now, and the arrows explode, they do not pierce, and so every little rat that soaks up a shot is a giant Hydra rock that doesn't get hit. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully I will have the opportunity going forward to spend more time on this floor, because I would very much like to explore what it has to offer. Such as those creepy urns full of flesh, and you obnoxious Doomstone evolutions. What are you even? Are you a satyr? I mentioned him earlier. Again, they are trickstery fellows. It looks like he has a blow dart, so I imagine he's one of the poison guys I'm gonna have to watch out for. I actually do like these Hydra guys now that I know their shtick. They're kind of cool. And they're not really a Hydra. Well, I don't know. They're 3 snake heads. What else is a Hydra but 3 snake heads? Ouch. All is going at least decently well so far. No big... Ooh, hello, that is one. Oh, and there's that poison I gotta watch out for. Where's my healing thing? Because that poison, you'll notice in those few seconds, drained 20 points of health from me. And they killed me very fast last time, too. That said, deflecting them back to him seems to be a very effective means of killing this guy. Let's go. Cannot be mad about that. I did lose those 20 health points, but return. Ooh. Oh, so that's my way out. Okay. This is a cool floor.
Down the chute.
And if I'm not mistaken, at the end of it lies none other than Big Papa, Hades himself. Charon, got any advice? Nah, just a nice groan for me for the road. Glad to hear it. Now, I wonder if these more expensive boons are of a higher rarity? But even so, that's expensive. Maybe they're like extra special. I think just to see what they are. I have no illusions that I'm going to gain 1,200 gold. So I think we're going to save up for that 500 gold Hermes and see if it is anything beyond the normal. What have we here?
Of Styx and its innumerable dangers now are all that separates the underworld prince from the land outside, which he so desperately longs to see.
I do long for it pretty desperately. Wish I could go fishing here. Oh, Charon's got a little shop sign. I love it. And Cerberus is shedding again. All right.
Which tunnel?
I say, let's go for cash money. See if we can get that Hermes boon that I want to see what it is. Big plague rat. Again, at least now we have some knowledge on how to deal with these guys. And we have a nice big obstacle to dodge around. Thank you. Let's get some hangover out there. Clearly not our most effective tool in our arsenal, but everything is better than nothing. I think this festive fog, however, is doing wonders. And I'm very glad that I can now cast it 3 times instead of just 1. That makes our cast a much more effective tool in our tool belt. I talked a few episodes ago. Definitely want to get the deflect on this guy to get that poison on him instead of me. I talked a few episodes ago about my trip to the pharmacy, which is a truly harrowing journey in the time of a pandemic. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta get more, yeah, need that. And how, in attempting to refill my inhaler, which is something I very much like to have, I was to, ooh, hello! He just dug up out of the ground, didn't he? Sure did. This is reminding me too much of the room in which I died on my first journey here. But I feel like we are better equipped both in weapons and knowledge on how to deal with it now. Calm, slow, and steady. I was told that my inhaler would cost $200, which is a hot take, you may disagree, is too many dollars. I like breathing, but not enough for that. There's that rank up I was hoping to see. Why do these vermin carry coin? I received a call from the pharmacy informing me that my prescription was ready to pick up, which I hoped meant that a nice prescription was ready to be picked up and not the aforementioned $200 one. And sure enough, they were able to find me. I think they probably reached out to my doctor in a different state, and they were able to find me a $15 inhaler, which, dare I say, is significantly better than a $200 inhaler. So hopefully I will be able to breathe a little easier now, both literally and in any possible metaphorical manner. Look at our health. I don't want to, you know, summon the hubris that is so often my end, but I am excited. Maybe, just maybe, I can see this run through. Gotta be careful not to step on that pressure plate. Those get me now and then. You can just, like, be dead if you want. Like, it's up to you. It is ultimately your call, but, like, I wouldn't object. It would really make things easier on me. Thank you. That was kind of him. Is that, like, a half-melted soul with a backpack ascending those stairs? I love it. Big mood. Let's keep dishing out the pain. There you have it. Oh, more of them. I don't hugely like fighting these urn guys. They are a little tanky for my tastes. But you know what? So be it. If I could have my say, there would be no enemies. And this game would just be me taking a nice cinematic stroll from Tartarus to the overworld. And then just hanging out with my mom. Not all of us are able to hang out with our mom during this particular year, but, you know, give her a call if you haven't. She'd be happy to hear from you, I'm sure. They usually are. And if they aren't, my apologies. Give me a call. I'll be your mom. It's the new tagline of this channel. Give me a call, I'll be your mom. Hello. Love the sky guillotines. That's making its way into my D&D campaign. I do have a D&D campaign. That is something I should talk about in these episodes. I worry sometimes about not having sufficient anecdotes to fill time in these episodes, because I don't want it to all be game talk, you know? You like to hear a few stories on the side. That said, to return to the game talk, let's see what Hermes has to offer right now. Buddy. I am. I love him. Charon Mate is my homie. I think that might be true, like in Greek myth. Side hustle. Each time you enter a chamber, gain a bit of wealth. Don't think that's this helpful this late in the game. Can dash more times in a row. Sounds good. After using a call, gain dodge chance and move speed. Does not sound terrible, but also not particularly great. Early in the run, I'd be all about this epic side hustle. At this point, none of this is worth 500 gold. That's obscene. So now we know for the future. Greatest reflex sounds pretty good. Look at that. Dashing like a madman means we're deflecting like a madman. And I'm mad, man. I can use the rod of fishing here. Press E when I get a bite. Scuffer! I did catch a scuffer. Cerberus, you want a scuffer? What is this? I love Cerberus. I'm always happy to look at Cerberus. But what is a scuffer? I demand to know. Is it an artifact? It is not. It is a river denizen. Truly a bottom feeder of a fish, the scuffer evidently is much more adventurous than similar saltwater counterparts, as it dares to dwell in the waters of the river Styx, near the border where the waters plummet down into the abyss. This river appears to be made, at least in part, of the souls of the damned, so that is indeed a bold fish. I bet it will taste delicious. As I said before, I have been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Ooh, that's spooky. Which is a great game, and like any great game, has a fishing minigame. It's kind of it's mandatory in the year 2020. And I'm all for it. I love me a good fishing minigame. I even love me a mediocre fishing minigame. I'm trying to think of, I mean, in fairness, most fishing minigames are mediocre. I can actually think of very few that are good. But again, I'm all for them. I remember Torchlight 2 had a fishing minigame that I did a lot of. That was okay at best. There we go. Minecraft, its fishing can be pretty tedious, but I'm there for it. I did like it. This is perhaps silly. I think oh, that would be wonderful. If only I hadn't spent 500 gold on a mediocre Hermes boon. But again, live and learn. Die and learn. Excuse me? Satyr storage. That's a large sack.
Disgusting. Cerberus will love it.
Ooh.
The power of the gods.
Gotta be the festive fog. So, ooh, I can drink out of this foul thing. I don't really need to,
That's something.
but I'll do it. Where was I? So I think I have the thing that will allow me to get past Cerberus. Can I do other rooms? I can. I won't, because I don't need to, but it's good to know that I can. And our chances would have been much better if we hadn't bought that and if we had been able to replenish our Death's Defiance. But again, you know, now we know. Cerberus, I've got a snack for you, buddy.
Favorite treat. But you have to promise to let me pass if I hand it over.
I'm
okay?
terrified of what Cerberus's favorite trait could possibly be.
Terrifying Cerberus.
Is it a Cyclops head?
Sack and scans the darkened hall.
One human soul?
The stomach-turning contents.
Broiled. Stomach-churning contents. It appears we will be spared the knowledge of what Cerberus snacks on. Cerberus vanquished. Not really. Gotta love it. Let me scratch my ear real quick and take a sip of water before we proceed to what I think is the final boss fight of Hades. Or at least, you know, the on-the-surface final boss fight. This style of game tends to have some secret bosses. Go out.
I did it.
Sorry to ruin the mystique by assuming there was a boss fight behind this door. Let's all pretend to be surprised when Hades is blocking the way. Ooh. Wow. I told you, I love me some snow. There he is.
Of course.
Of course.
I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below.
You know, you're right. The air up here seems pretty good so far. But I will reserve judgment till I've had my fill. I have to say, though, Father, the Helm of Darkness suits you. I'm touched you dust it off on my account.
It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me yet around the house, I always kept my temper, have I not?
Yeah.
Unlike you.
That's what you're known for.
Well, let's see. You've berated me repeatedly and often. You've lied to me, mustered your wretched forces to kill me over and over, but sure, I'll grant you that you've always kept most of your anger bottled up.
Which is very nice
All
of
that's
him.
about to change then.
We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot. although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now.
With all due respect, Hades, I'm going home.
No, you're going home, not me.
You brought this on yourself.
I don't have much to say.
Hate the very sight of me.
Oh, I don't hate you. I just don't want to be here. Oh, he can turn invisible! Why can't I do that? I feel like we're off to a pretty good start. Don't like that skull over there. That screams thing that can shoot me. Ooh, or that will let out that pulse. Ouch. What? Ooh, he took away my boiling blood. Which, is not the worst thing in the world. That just means I can't backstab him. And maybe it just wore off. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm new to this. Ouch. If you'll cast a glance for my poor beleaguered health down there, it's not exactly where I would like it to be at this stage in the fight. This man's hits hard. Definitely need to avoid rather than weather those attacks. But the more I can get those full-powered explosive crits on him, the better. And he is invisible once again. Just keep moving. Dodge the skull, and then dodge the subsequent pulse. I'm sure he's got tricks aplenty up his sleeve. But you know what? So do I. I think that Artemis call is really going to come in handy here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I love the music. I have had confirmation that it is in fact the work of Darren Korb, whose music I am a big fan of. He's a very talented video game musician. You could just let me leave. Like, hey, just then explain it to me, Hades. Communicate with your words instead of with your death trident. Like a good father. Oof. Let's go. What is it with gods and just being bad at communicating with each other? Ooh. Loving the deflections there. Still need to be wary of the pulse that follows. The pulse that follows. That is an album title if I've ever heard one. I feel like this fight is going pretty well, all things considered. I would obviously be significantly more comfortable if I had a Death's Defiance, but this could certainly be going worse. Let's go. I'm getting out of here, Hades. You ain't never gonna see me again. This series ends today. Here come the footprints. Y'all know that's not true, by the way. Obviously, this series does not end the first time I beat Hades. Hades is forever. Hades the game, not Hades the god of the dead, who I'm currently fighting. In case you didn't pick up on it. Guys, I gotta let you in on something. Oof. Oof. Press F for greater call. Might not be the best time to use it. Here we have stage 2. Uh-oh. His health is shockingly low for a phase 2, which I'm all for. You can, ooh, my game is lagging, and you hate to see it. Here comes a pulse. We dodge through it, we deflect. Beautiful. Keep going, keep it moving, keep it deflecting. Oh, and he's just spewing those skulls hither and thither, is he not? He is. Oh, and there goes my, oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You love to see it. You love to see that fight at all for the very first time. But I can't help but feel that if I had not bought that Hades boon, and if I had instead refilled my Death's Defiance, we might have had that. Give fish to the head chef. We're absolutely doing that. Hypnos, try not to rub it in too much.
Hey, did you see? My brother. He's come back.
That's what I was going to say earlier. Hypnos and Thanatos are brothers. They are Nyx's children, which means I have to assume that growing up thinking Nyx was his mother, Hades thought, or Zagreus thought that, hello Cerberus. Zagreus grew up thinking that Hypnos and Thanatos were his brothers, or at least something akin thereto. I'm gonna go pay a quick visit to Achilles if he's over there. I'll talk to you too.
It Savage
Good boy.
countenance.
Each savage countenance of Cerberus, he has several. No Achilles around, no Thanatos. Then it seems we'll have to go talk to our oldest and dearest friend. Not you. Sorry, Orpheus. That I didn't mean to lash out. Anything nice? Nothing too nice. I was referring, of course, to the head chef, to whom I can give this
Chef is going to
fish.
want this fish.
Absolutely, he is. And actually, fish sounds great. I'm hungry. I have not eaten.
What's cooking?
Turned in scuffer.
Done
Ooh,
deal.
that's nice.
What's the latest?
Meg,
But that was then and this is now, and we have work to do.
that was then and this is now.
Anyway,
Another
fair
album
enough.
title,
We
without
must
question.
continue this discussion at some other time.
Well, I'm sorry, I can leave.
You're interrupting private conversations.
I will.
Leave us.
I'm sorry.
No,
Oh my
let him
gosh.
stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
If I'm not welcome anymore, then you can just let me go. Oh my gosh, they're bullies.
Thanatos, featured servant of the house.
Indeed he is. Get a new haircut, Thanatos. I'm sorry, I'm not...
here and you are back.
I'm sorry.
Then it can only mean one thing. Are you all right, my child?
Honestly, I wasn't even too beaten up about Hades beating me, but then frickin' Thanatos and Meg were just rude to me in the cafeteria. I thought they were my
Turning
friends.
My father's hand does put a special
Man.
sting into it, though. So, any invaluable tips on how to vanquish him? Some hidden
Yeah,
weaknesses
please.
only you know about, something like that?
You know his weaknesses better than anyone.
Yeah.
I would.
Thank you, Nix. Orpheus, sing a song of sixpence.
When you're out and about.
You are
Makes
the
me
one
ever so
most well equipped to fix
conscious, truth
that.
be told.
Look, if you decide to start strumming on that lyre again, I'm
That's
sure
true.
nobody here is going to mind. Though you take care, okay?
Yeah, don't get exiled to hell again.
You insist, my
I'd hate to see it. Alrighty. We've got a little time to spare in this episode. I assume, what have we got fate for? I have met all the rulers of the underworld. I assume that that was after I met Electo. So let's get 10 keys. Don't mind if I do. And if I ever beat Hades, get 10,000. 10,000 darkness. And we want to keep an eye on boons from the gods that we have never picked up before, because that will also give us some nice rewards. Anything down here? A simple job. Work with the house contractor. All right, what can we get from the mirror? We should have some good goodies. Look at that. We now have 2 Death's Defiances, not even including the extra from our oldest rival, Skelly. I assume now is not the time for a nap.
Even tired, thanks.
Skelly, got anything to say before we wrap this episode up and prepare for our next run at it?
You're pretty
Boyo.
quick, you know, Boyo. Just
True.
Be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing.
That had
Don't
never
let 'em
occurred to
catch
me.
you standing still.
Dash like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst advice, I guess.
It could be far worse. Well, as I was about to say and think I kept cutting myself off from, I'm hungry. I am going to go eat some food. Just catching that fish got me hungry for some salmon, even though that thing was absolutely no salmon. In any case, thank you for tuning in to episode 21. We have a new and higher target to target, as it were. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed. I'm releasing videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And drop a comment. What are you hungry for? I'll see you next time. Take care.